Everybody, and welcome back to the Kryptonite Show. Your host Superman in the house, and man, we have got a fun show lined up. I'm not kidding you. This is going to be pretty epic. So we're going to have a good time with it. We're going to be looking at printed tokens. Some of you may not be familiar with that, but there is printed token mania on Pulsechain, and of course, we're going to be covering the OGWebChef edition. So it's going to be pretty awesome. We're going to be covering tokens Beast, Missor, GasMoney, and remember, some of these are the top performers at the moment, and this ecosystem has been flourishing for several months. It's going to be a lot of fun to cover it. It's got some pretty cool tokenomics, and yeah, we're going to get into the deep dive. So it's going to be a fun show. Now, get into the chat there if you're already in the system. If you're not, watch carefully because it's going to be a lot of fun to talk about it. Now, we'll be streaming to Rumble. We're streaming to YouTube. We're streaming to X today if we've done it right. So hopefully that's going to be fun too. And we're going to get into a lot of good stuff here. So I hope you guys enjoy the show. Now, don't forget, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to follow and don't forget to hit the like button as well and definitely share out. So going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, and we are streaming to X today, so you can watch it on X if you're there as well. So big shout out there. It's going to be pretty cool. Now, I just want a big shout out to, Abdul today. We had a good chat today. Big shout out to Benj. Big shout out to a lot of people in the community out there doing a pretty good job. So I just wanted to say that. And Neil as well. I've been talking about lots of cool projects coming up. So we're going to find out about that in a few weeks. We're going to be talking about lots of new projects coming to Pulsechain. But today, this is a super exciting show. We're going to be talking about, of course, printed tokens and OGWebChef. Let's go. So let's slow down a little bit there and get into the mix. Don't forget to get into the chat as well. And we're going to have a lot of fun here. And if you're over on Rumble, definitely check out these printed tokens because there's something special and people are making pretty amazing yield every day with potentially huge ROIs, big X returns for those that are consistent and keeping up with the system. So definitely check it out, as I would say. Now, we got Wookie in the house there. Good to see Wookie. Wookie is the real beast on Pulsechain. Come on, hit the likes, jump in the chat. Absolutely get in the chat. If you're on Rumble, X, or of course, you're on YouTube, definitely check that out. Now, Xkin Hills in house there. What's up? Oh, well, printed tokens today. That's for sure. And we got Probably View. Great show today. I appreciate that. Yeah, this is the second show of the day. And man, this topic is really, really hot right now. Printed tokens and, of course, OGWebChef. Going to be pretty cool there. Probably View says lots of cheap crypto at present. What's your fave? Well, we're about to talk about printed tokens. So we're going to get into it straight away. Let's do it without further ado. Let's kick it off here. So if you haven't followed the channels on X, the socials are in the video description. If you want to get more awesome content, we've been covering everything, man. We've been covering meme coins. We've been covering stable coins. We've been covering DeFi projects, farms, everything. We're doing it all. And you guys can definitely share this around because it's going to be pretty awesome. Richie Robinson says, do you ever sleep? I don't know. I don't think so. We've been streaming a lot of great topics, covering everything, including Pulse chain. And of course, Ray's in the house there. Beastin. Absolutely, man. You are onto it. So huge. Now, this is a pretty big community and it's doing a pretty good job. Richie says probably not. That's why you're Superman. Exactly. But, the show's called The Kryptonite Show, and I'm the host, Superman. And, of course, the Kryptonite, it gets the Superman every so often. That's pretty crazy. Speaking of Fast Abdul, we got him in the chat here today. I am here for the tech. That's right. And sometimes for the bribes, right? Sometimes for the bribes. We got you. All right, so let's get into it. If you haven't checked it out, definitely sign up to the socials. They're in the video description. I encourage you to join up to that today. And as you can see, we're live streaming for the first day on here on X. So pretty cool to be here. I can see myself there. Look at that. I got myself streaming myself. It's not quite an infinity, but it is pretty cool. And we're going to be getting into some good stuff there. Now, I think we've got a pretty good audience in the chat already. So we're going to kick off there. Just want to give a bit of time for people to join in on X, Rumble, and so forth. So that's kind of cool. Let's get into it. So at the moment, this is the Pulsechain top rankings here on Pulsechain. Now, remember, Pulsechain is a full system state fork of Ethereum, and it was done on the 10th of May, 2023. So if you had any assets on Ethereum at that time, you would be having assets over on Pulsechain. So just check your wallets if you haven't even been to Pulsechain. And well worth coming over. We got iBaseline House there. Yo, OGs, subbed LFG. Absolutely smash the sub on the way in because it's going to be a fun show. Now, we got some of these tokens that we're talking about here with OGWebChef here, and we've got already some amazing stuff. So OGWebChef there. I see I've got a little bit of spelling mistake on the thumbnail. I'll check that. I'll fix that up later on. But we got Beast token up here. That is rocketing right now, up 18.6%. That has been a top performer. We've obviously got a few other tokens here that you guys will be familiar with as well, FinFire, FlexMiss, and lots of others. But we're going to be focusing on these 4 tokens as well. So we're going to focus on Beast, which is absolutely pumped lately. We're going to be focusing on what's the other one there? We got a couple here, just trying to find them. We got Missor here. We're going to be focusing on that, and this is currently at 13%. So these are all the leading ones at the moment. And of course, we've got another one down here as well. Remember the 5th, and of course, we're going to talk about that one too. Very, very cool. And of course, there's another one we're going to be talking about, which is GasMoney, and you can see GasMoney down here. Show me the money up 6%. So let's deep dive into this. That's the leaderboard at the moment, trending on Pulsechain. But we're going to jump over the first one, Beast. And look at this chart. This is a 4-hourly chart. This is kind of the trader's view, right? 4 hours. And we can see it's really been rallying here. Look at that beautiful thing. And of course, it is up and away. Now it's up 73% inside 4 days. Has had a beautiful rally. And of course, we're going to get into some of the details about this. The Beast token, it's got a website, it's got Twitter, it's got Telegram. You can join all those, right? I'm going to post the link to this in the chat there if you guys want to check out the token. So this is Beast. Let's get into the first one here. We're going to slow cook this one because this is such an epic topic. And let us know any questions in the chat there. We might be able to answer some of those as well. So that is the Beast token. You can check it out, of course. And lots of people flooding it, with thousands of people getting involved with these projects. So really, really pumping really well. So get on that one. That is Beast. Now you can see the chart doing very well, $11.60. Let's zoom out here and go to the daily just to check out how that's performing. That is the daily chart. Look at that thing. Look at that uptrend. Is that beautiful or what? So you got a beautiful uptrend there. Look at that. That's pretty neat there. Look at that. That's pretty awesome. So lots of volume coming in. Look at the volume coming in. Very, very clever. So this has taxes and very cool algorithms running in the background. It's pretty cool. Now we can see at the moment it's got a market cap at 11.5 billion. Don't you love market caps? The greatest invention in the world. And then you've got a volume $1 million, massive volume, and then the liquidity at 610K. So you can sort of see this is doing really well, and it's up 18.6% at the moment. Pretty awesome. Now they do have an X account, so you can check out Beast on the X account. But like I say, you can just hit the Twitter at the top there. You'll be able to get the Beast. And I've used this for the thumbnail because it's a pretty badass looking thumbnail. So I love that. Now, who else? We got Cyphex says Beast is doing me wonders. $722 an hour. A day. He's earning $722 US a day. Cyphex is earning there. So a lot of people are making mad gains with these tokens. Absolutely amazing there. So definitely check that out. All right, we got Cyphex in the house, subbed, OG in the house. I appreciate that. Big shout out to you. Definitely share this video around if you're in the OG chef community because this is amazing. So you can see it's doing pretty awesome there. You can see the related Beast token rewards. And of course, we're going to talk about what it rewards. So Beast, if you're holding Beast token, so if you're holding this token, you end up getting Pulse. And we call it a printer token because it's going to be printing you Pulse with the volume and the trading, right? And so you're going to get Pulse automatically in your wallet. So you just go off to shopping, go off to the mall, go off to work, and you're going to come back and you're going to get Pulse dropped to your wallet all the time. You're going to go, damn, that's good. So it's pretty exciting. And of course, we're at the bottom of the market right now. So if you hold that Pulse for when Pulsechain rallies, man, it's going to be epic value for you. So the yield's just going to go up in US dollars. Pretty exciting. So very, very cool. So $11.49 at the moment is on the old Beast price there, and it is moving higher. Now, the all-time high was back here on the 18th of March, and we can see that it was up at $22.86. So there's a lot of potential upside for there as well, and it's holding this uptrend very, very well, as you can see in the chart, which is pretty cool. Now, the other one, of course, want to talk about how many tokens there are. There are 1 billion Beast tokens. There are 1,890 holders, so it's a good holder account there. And, of course, you can become one of the holders, of course, if you decide that this is something that you want to get into, basically printing some Pulse in there. And, of course, we've got different things in the house here. We've got a little quick intel check here on Deck Screener. Obviously, there's buy-sell taxes and volumes and things like that. And, of course, lots of cool mechanisms in here, so you can definitely check out all that sort of stuff. But, yeah, and rewards. With Beast, you not only do you earn Pulse, but you also earn Missor, you also earn Remember and GasMoney as well. And rewards can change, from pretty much over time during a day, just taking that into account. But as you can see in the chat there, some people are earning pretty amazing, a yield a day, $722 a day for that. Now we've got iBaseland in house there, printing fat bags at all times low. Yeah, that's right. So Pulse, at all time low. This is a huge opportunity to get in on these protocols, these printers here. Cyfix says if you hold Beast, it prints Missor, Remember, GasMoney, and Pulse. That's correct. Remember is a printer and requires 10 billion to start printing, basically $100. So that's a baseline to get in there. A nice update there from Cyfix. So if you get into Beast, pick up 10 billion. Remember is the key to there. So pick up 10 billion. Remember, very, very good insights there. Once again, if you've got a lot of cool insights, post them in the chat as we move along. But that is the Beast token. What a beast it is. And of course, people are earning, Pulse, Missor, Remember, GasMoney. Pretty cool. All dropped to your wallet, which is neat. All right, so let's jump over to the next one. We're going to get into, of course, is a GasMoney. I think it is. I think we're getting the GasMoney. It is indeed GasMoney. Look at this cool. I love the artwork on this too. Look at that. Is that cool or what? I think that's pretty awesome. Fill up on Pulse, earn Pulse for just holding. That's all you do. Just another holder there, which is pretty cool, right? I like that artwork. So GasMoney, you earn Pulse, instant payouts, no waiting, just drops into your wallet. And of course, it's built to boost monomics and of course, Remember holder payouts, which is pretty cool, awesome. So I love that artwork, pretty cool. GasMoney, and of course, let's have a look at some of the stats on this. So it looks like we've got about 5. I'm pretty sure it's the right contract. Let me double check. Pretty sure that's the right one though. What do you get there? 106. So maybe I've got the wrong one posted here. 106. That's the one there. Sorry, wrong one. All right, so we got 3.7 billion tokens, 2,711 holders, so even more holders of GasMoney. And GasMoney is absolutely pumping these days, up 6% over the last 24 hours. And as you can see in the chart over the last wee while, on the 4-hourly, it's been pretty good. So let's check out the 4-hourly chart here. And it is up 38% inside a day and a half. So that's pretty good yield. Let's check in the daily as well. And that is the daily chart there. So come off the bottom, was down at 1/10 of a penny, and now is bounced at 15/100th of a penny. So that is on the upwards there. And of course, you're earning Pulse, right? Instant payouts. You're not waiting around for that. The volume, $558,000 at the moment. You can see the volume's been pretty consistent throughout the days, right? That's pretty cool. So the volumes have been pretty consistent. And the liquidity, 643K, the market 5.8 million. So very different tokenomics set up here as well. You can quickly check Intel, of course, as well, and you can see the breakdown here as well. Want a passive way to make moves on Pulsechain without having to worry about having money to cover gas. GasMoney delivers gas straight to your tank in the form of Pulse directly to your wallet. Just hold GasMoney and earn consistent Pulse drip directly to your wallet. And of course, this is part of the OGWebChef 888 ecosystem and uses bot technology to ensure consistent payouts to holders without users having to provide the volume themselves. Isn't that cool? Earn real passive income without relying on the volume of outsiders. That is part of the secret sauce to these printer tokens. Pretty epic, right? Pretty epic. So I'm going to post a link to this one as well, so you guys can check that out. So this is a GasMoney. Let's say a little GasMoney there. And this is really taking Pulsechain by storm, these protocols. Now we've got some comments here. That is the chart there, the GasMoney, so you can check that out. And don't forget to get into Twitter and, the Telegrams and things like that, join up. And find out more details. You can find out more details. Well, the other thing, of course, is we've got some cool stuff here. Let's get on there. We've got Wookie says Wookie has gas most days. Nice one. Appreciate that. I'm sure you're talking about Pulse tokens, or Pulse coins, as we say. Cyfix says GasMoney, $525 for me per hour. Isn't that awesome? So Cyfix there, just showing what you can potentially earn. So on Beast, $722 an hour, depending on your investment. Of course, you've got to buy a certain amount. And, of course, GasMoney there as well. So pretty good holdings there to earn that a day, right? It's got to have a pretty big, but you can start earning. So if it says OX Hums really cares about GasMoney, the dev really works hard to defend the charts, implementing strategic tax on pumps to defend hostile R bots. So there we go. A little bit of extra insights there from Cyfix. Thanks for bringing the alpha today. iBaseline says you can make a watch list on DexScreener for each ecosystem. Absolutely, you can. Now we actually have that inside our new token alpha chat, and of course you can join up to that. Let me post that at the moment. Actually, So if you haven't joined up to Superman's Cryptos Gems, so we've renamed the Gems Hunter to Superman's Crypto Gems just to match our branding. And of course, you guys can join up to that today. So let me post that link in there as well. So join up today to our Superman's Crypto Gems and join up to that. So let's post that in the chat as well. Big shout out to Envy in the house. They're doing a great job. So Superman's Crypto Gems, and we've got a list of that, and we've got a list of printers. It's a free alpha list, so it's for free. You're not charged anything for it. You can get in there today, and you can become part of our gem hunters. So pretty much that. So it's gem hunters, but really we've called it now Superman's Crypto Gems. So definitely get on that, and you can join up today with that link. And I highly encourage you to get in there. Once you get in there, of course, go to the pinned messages, and you'll be able to see a lot of these printer tokens, as well as a lot of other alpha projects that are performing very, very well, like farms and things like that. So definitely check that out. And of course, if you type /link, you can get your own referral link and then start sharing that channel out there as well. Now, we maintain a very positive environment there. So just remember that, a friendly place is a good place to do crypto, right? So get in there on that as well. All right, so that's kind of cool. Let's jump into the next one there. I think we've kind of talked about this. It's doing pretty well. And like I say, there's different total supply, 3.7 billion, 2,700 holders there. And of course, you can go through and check the holders count here as well. Now, what scanner we're using? We're using scan.9mm.pro. This is a block explorer for Pulsechain. And of course, other ones you might be able to use are Otto and the official block explorer. But we've got a big new one coming up that's going to be so flash. Can't wait for that. Pulsecoin. So that is coming up soon too. So we're going to be able to talk about that. Can't wait for that. Now let's jump over to the next one we're going to talk about, which is Remember. I've forgotten. What is it? It's Remember. I don't know. What is it? I've forgotten. It's Remember. So we're going to talk about Remember token. And even if I'm laughing at my own jokes, it doesn't really matter. So Remember token there, earn Pulse rewards just by holding. Yeah, boy. Now remember, Pulse is the main coin for the Pulse chain, just like ETH is the main coin for Ethereum. And it's the fee coin, right? So you earn Pulse there. And of course, we're expecting big things for Pulse in the future. So it's going to be a lot of fun there. And you're coming off the bottom too, right? So big US dollar returns potentiality looking forward. So kind of cool. Now just hold it and you're going to get Pulse dropped to your wallet each day. It's kind of cool. Now this is the flagship printer. And of course that rewards in Pulse. Most, if not all, future launches from OG and Hums will benefit Remember in some way or another. So this is a pretty key token to hold. And it's doing pretty well. So if you guys have got any alpha about Remember, post it in the chat also. I'd love to see that from you guys also. What else? There we got some other comments there. We got Base Man. Yeah, definitely make a watch list with these tokens as well. But you can use actually the list from the website or get into, like I say, get into our token, gem watch there as well. A beast is beastin'. Yeah, I love this stuff. These comments are awesome, man. Get in there and definitely don't forget to join the Crypto Night Show, Superman's Crypto Gems. Join up to that today. All right, so at the moment, let's have a look at the price. So the price here at the moment is a little bit different from the other two. It's currently up 9%, and we're sitting at 7 zeros, 11.45. And of course, you can also switch over to the Pulse ratio, right, and see how it's tracking against the Pulse. But we're going to keep it on the US dollar and go to the daily chart here. And you can sort of see this chart where it's at. So kind of in the middle of the price range at the moment. Volume, quite high, obviously moves up with the price. And volume's being pretty consistent at the moment, around $200,000 a day. And you can sort of see the total market, 14.7 million, 111,000 in liquidity, and there's currently $200,000 of volume. So it's ticking away quite nicely there, earning you sweet Pulse, right? Now, quickly having a look at the commentary here, we've got Remember, the ultimate passive income machine on Pulsechain. Earn Pulse effortlessly by simply holding it. Another just beautiful stuff. Manually compound your rewards by reinvesting Pulse to grow your holdings. So people are doing a lot of compounding out there. Reverse liquidity engineering ensures continuous rewards through strategic supply imbalances designed for long-term sustainability, making your capital work for you. Forget chasing pumps. Remember, is built for steady, automated wealth generating DeFi there. Pretty cool. So that is Remember. And of course, I think we've got also, did I get the contract for that? Let me just quickly look. Contract is B12. I'm not sure if I've got that one up. Yeah, I've got it up. Cool. I've got B12 there. So there is a big supply on this one. So quite different looking. We've got, how much here? We've got millions and billions and trillions there. It looks like we've got 1 quintillion, 288 trillion. is the supply. We've got 4,765 holders. But like I say, this is kind of one of the principal ones, right? The flagship printer out of all the groups here. And so, man, this is crazy, crazy good. So this is all for the OGWebChef, right? And I'm going to change the title because I realized I got OGWebChef, which is pretty funny. But we got the holders there, 4,765. So it's got the biggest holding, also got the biggest supply there. And of course, you can check that out. So let's go to the token here, and we can see it's currently at 7 zeros, 11.45 there, and turning over a pretty consistent volume around 200,000 a day. And sometimes these move around, like they get moved around a little bit there. So that is kind of where we are on this one. Now, we've got another one here too. I'm pretty sure we've got another one here. And did I talk about them all? No. Did I got Remember and Missor? I haven't talked about Missor, have I? I'm pretty sure I forgot to talk about Missor. So we're going to scroll down and find Missor, but we've got some comments in the chat. So let's get to that. Cyvex says, all ROI in the last 24 hours. Beast is 5.83%. Man, that's crazy good. GasMoney 2.5%. Remember 1.47%. Daily compound can do your portfolio wonders there. So there's some real insights there. Thanks, Cyfix, for that. Remember, Missor, our flagship printers. Finvesta is the flagship coin. There we are. There's a good summary there from Cyfix. Thanks. And MVS says OGWebChef is where it's at. Absolutely. And kind of cool. All right, let's go down. We got Missor down here somewhere. We got Missor. I did have Missor open. I must have accidentally closed it or something. So let's scroll down here. I'm pretty sure it's up here somewhere, but let's find that. I'm going to scroll down. Missor, where are you? We don't want to miss it, do we? We don't want to miss Missor. There it is there. So let's jump into that. And this is the Missor, and we can see the chart there on the 4-hourly. Let's go to the Cooked by OGWebChef. And of course, rewards in Finvesta. You get Finvesta from this one, which is pretty cool, right? So Finvesta, and let's read the breakdown here. Earn scarce Finvesta by simply holding Missor. Finvesta is the main coin of the OGWebChef ecosystem. So that's why we call this the OGWebChef, what do we call it? The edition. I think that's pretty badass, actually. The OGWebChef edition. Now, we'll change the title because I got N instead of W, but hey, this is the way it goes sometimes when you're having fun. Which supply was burned? Of course, 95.55% of the total supply. So even though it's got a massive supply, it has been burned. And of course, therefore, there's not so much around, is there? Not so much around. So let's pull up the contract here. And let's go pull up 9mm and have a look for this contract too. And 95% or more has been burned, as we just saw. So let's have a quick look at this contract. And bam, let's go over there. And let's see. So we got, 5,555,000,000 tokens, 3,277 holders, and 95.5% has been burned. And of course, Cyfix says Missor had a huge update 4 hours ago with the release of Mist. 1 million Missor holders can buy Mist and amplify their rewards. Distributor is paying out quite frequently. Awesome. So that's another token there that you can get hold of there. What else we got? Baseline says shows you all the pools. You can use this for LPs. Shows you all the pools. Cool. Appreciate that. All right, so that is the amount of holders there. So we've gone through that. Always kind of like to go through that. Let's go to the total overall stats and get into that. Actually, we haven't finished reading the thing, have we? We're going to go into talk about it. Tokenomics burn even more Missor to make it even more rare, which is pretty cool. So there are only 555 million coins left in total, while the daily mechanics and tokenomics burn even more Missor to make it even more rare. So it's slowly getting burned off. Manually compound your Finvesta rewards by reinvesting Finvesta back into the Missor, which generates more percentage in daily yield. Compounding as was seen as the 8th wonder of the world by superbrain Albert Einstein. That's who they attribute it to, of course. Reverse liquidity engineering, once again, has been the technology used here. Ensures continuous Finvesta rewards through R bots that generate daily volume, which increases Finvesta yield for all holders. OG cooked some amazing projects that are making waves in the crypto scene, and they're really dominating the top performers on Pulsechain, along with a few others as well. But they really are the big ecosystem right now, these printer systems. So designed for long-term sustainability, making your capital work for you while you sleep. Wake up to freshly new Finvesta rewards in your wallet and start the day with some energy, because yes, money does grow on OGWeb trees. It does indeed. This ecosystem is highly bonded to the Atropos system, which is run by Gigabrain and Marielle. Now, I'm not sure how that association is going at the moment. a bit of Tropa there, a BFF, Teddy Bear, etc. PDI. So I'm not sure if that association is still in play, but that has been in the past. Our strong community makes this ecosystem even more valuable, and you can join Telegram absolutely. So that is some of the key ones there. Let's look at the tokenomics. 16.6 million market cap, 104K in liquidity, and $170,000 in volume. That is the key numbers there. Let's have a look at the daily chart to have a look at this. So this is the chart here. So it looks quite different. Each chart looks quite different. And of course, at the moment, we obviously started up here at around 25 cents, got all the way down to around about 3,700th of a penny. And then the volume's picked up. Look at this volume coming in here. And it's actually been relatively stable volume. So that's been pretty good. Looks like it's been around, maybe around 85K plus or minus. So sometimes it can be quite high, 150K. Back here it was $250,000 in volume. So, but it's been kind of consistent through here. And we've seen a bounce back off that price, now back at 3 cents, with the potential upsides around about 50 cents. So it's going to be interesting to see this project keep going, because that's pretty impressive. And it's got that cool bot technology, right, with the reverse liquidity engineering, which is pretty cool. So that is ticking away pretty nice there. And those 4 coins are really dominating at the moment. Now, obviously, with this, we've got quite a few other tokens. You can find a lot of the percentages that are going there. Key tokenomics for Remember, for example, was 2% for the LP staking, 1% for the pulse yield boost, 1% for the buyback and volume boost, and of course 1% for the auto burn. So you can see some of the tokenomics there with the taxes involved as well. So that is that. Now we've got the website Finvestor Ecosystem, which has got a lot of these tokens in there, as well as quite a few others. And you can check out that too on the site there. So I'm going to post that Finvestor, bam, like that. That's how easy it was. Now, if you're over on Rumble, of course, I'm going to post that and post some of these details in the video description afterwards and in the comments. So you'll be able to find a lot of these links there when I finish the live stream there. Unless, of course, Wookie post some of these links as well. Feel free, Wookie, to get crazy there. So that's kind of some of the cool tokenomics at the moment. Now let's jump over back to what's leading at the moment on Pulsechain. We're going to go to the trending, and we can see that Beast is the first one we talked about, is doing very well. Let's actually get the trending right there. So Beast is looking very good, up 17% for the 24 hours. Doing some pretty awesome volume, $1 million in volume. So definitely check out Beast there. It's had a big rally, as we talked about earlier, and that uptrend is looking real nice. So looking pretty good there on the uptrend, as you can see in that chart. That's on the daily, and of course we've gone through Missor. Missor looking pretty good too, and coming off the bottom as well, and only 3 cents. So it looks like it's got a lot of upside for that too. And then we also looked at, of course, Remember, and of course that's looking pretty good. That's looking right in the middle of the price zone there, looking pretty good, doing great volumes, consistent volumes too, which are pretty cool. So 200K volumes consistently. So that's really, like say, dropping you pulse, right? Just on those volumes. So pretty neat there. And of course, so finally we got into GasMoney, didn't we? GasMoney, which I'm pretty sure is up here as well. And kind of cool. Let's find GasMoney. It's here somewhere. Let's find it. And GasMoney, come on down. There's GasMoney right there. And it's up 5% at the moment. And it's been performing very well as well. Look at that chart. That's a pretty healthy looking chart, especially coming off the bottom. This is 4 days ago. So pretty neat there. It was 1/10 of a penny, now 1/15 of a penny. Volumes have been consistent. Look how consistent the volumes here as well. And you're talking about $500,000-$600,000 in volumes. So this has been performing like a boss. Pretty awesome there. Now, Wookie's just posting some of the links in Rumble. Obviously, you can get access to this on YouTube, and we may post some links to these afterwards on X. And of course, if you join up to the Superman's Cryptos Gems, you'll be able to get access to all of these free. They're for free, and they're in our alpha list. Big shout out to MV who curates that list. He's our promotional leader there. And you can get access to that and ask him questions about it as well. He's extremely knowledgeable about this ecosystem. So a big shout out to MV. And of course, a lot more people are getting to know who MV is. I know he's a hard worker and gets out there and spreads a lot of high intel. So a big shout out to him. He's in our team, and big awesome stuff there. And of course, big shout out to Wookie as well, and all the rest of our moderators and admins in the house. doing a great job on Pulsechain. So definitely check that out. So yeah, join Superman's Cryptos Gems. And of course, we're going to be continuing to upgrade that. We've only been out for 4 days, and already we're really getting strong growth and making a lot of connections in the community with project teams and people. So what we want to do is match the people with the project teams, and we like to get really good quality on both sides and match those together, and so everyone gets mad gains, right? That's the whole point of crypto, right? Mad gains outperform your bank deposit rates. That's kind of the play. So it's going to be a lot of fun there. Now, Cyfix in the house, there's our ROI tracker is sweet. Check it out when you get a moment. Yeah, actually, I think I might have that list on that. So let me just pull that up as well. I'm pretty sure we've got that. So let me, not sure if the same site that you're referring to there, but you can actually track things on PulseWatch. Is that the one you're referring to? Let me know. But also the website possibly has one as well. But this is the app that you can track your drops with, basically. PulseWatch here, .lovable.app. So that may be the one you're talking about there, a Cyfix there. So let us know. But in any case, you can join their Telegram and Twitter accounts and get involved with that, and find out more details. But that is PulseWatch there. PulseWatch is one of them. PulseWatch is different, so that's a different side. So definitely check that out. Get into the ROI, and maybe MV. Maybe you can post the ROI tracker in the chat there. That'd be really useful if you can do that, MV. Big shout out. So that's kind of where we're heading there, looking pretty good. And this ecosystem is really dominating on Pulsechain right now. Now, there are a few other protocols that are doing very well on a consistent basis, but really these are amazing, and people are printing Pulse and other tokens to their wallet, right? So you can earn Missor, you can earn, remember, GasMoney, Pulse to your wallets is pretty awesome. There's other ones in the system where you can earn wrap Bitcoin on Pulsechain. So there's lots of cool opportunities on in this printer system from OGWebChef, right? So it's pretty epic. You got to check it out. Game changer, right? Game changer. Constant income flow, high money, high return. Compounding. It's got something for everybody, and of course these are bots, and the taxes and all that are pretty neat. So looking pretty good there. Cyfix says same dev. Oh, very cool. Thanks, Cyfix. Appreciate that. Hey, big shout out to Cyfix in the chat there, providing tons of alpha. And that's what's cool about the community in there, right? They all want to help each other out. So big shout out for that. MBS says, you're too kind, Suit Man. Hey, you're welcome, man. Pleasure. And that is there. So OGPrintersTrack.lovable. Okay, cool. So OGPrintersTrack.lovable is the app you can go to check that out. So do that as well. Now, what else we got there? Let's see if I can type that. Actually. Let's try and see whether I can pull it up live. It's always fun. So tracker, I guess that's a / or a dot. Let's see here. What was the other one? I can't remember now. Tracker. We got lovable, a bull. Or was it love without an e? Lovable .app. So let's see. I'm not sure if that's the right one, but we're going to find out. Did I do well? I don't know. It looks like it. Looks that I do all right. I don't know. Let's see how we go. Publish or update your lovable project to appear there. So I'm not sure if I quite got that right. So let's have a look. .app. No, it looked like pretty good actually. OG printer dash tracker. Did I get that right? Let me have a look there. Dash tracker. OG printers. Missing an S. Missing an S. That's what happens on live stream. You're trying to do 5 things at once. Kind of things. Or your eyes can't focus properly. There it is. That's it there. Way, we did it. Well, it was teamwork. That's what crypto is about. It's about teamwork. Teamwork. All right. So we did a really good job of that after all. We got there at the end of the line. So not bad there. Put period in the spaces for the link. Absolutely. Thanks, Media Player. Big shout out for that. What else there? Property View. Good community. Hey, thanks, Property View. It definitely is part of the OGWebChef there. Absolutely crushing it. What else we got there? Wookie says it is really good in there. Love the tech, says the Wookie. Wookie is obviously an OGWebChef there. What else there? Yeah, I picked it up eventually. LFG. Yeah, I picked it up eventually there. You got it now, says Wookie. Thanks so much. Scrolling down and seeing the ROI. So there we go. Let's scroll down. So we've got top gainers. We've got Finvestor. We've got Missor. We've got Beast. These are all up pretty big over the last 24 hours. 29%, 18%, 16%. Biggest losers, of course, they got these other tokens here, but let's scroll down and you can paste your wallet in, right? Paste your wallet, add other wallets. You can change the time frame, pretty neat. And you got burn statistics for these, so you can check out what the burn statistics are for Finvestor, for Missor, and you can check all that stuff out there. And nice, like remember as well. So you got all the tokens. Now here is the printer's ROI. So you got all the tokens in one. You got a yield calculator as well, and you can see the symbols. You can see the prices. You can see the liquidity in them, and you can see the ROI for the last 24 hours, 3 days, etc. So some of them are printing 6%, like Beast at the moment. What a beast! 6% per day. That's amazing, right? Normally, people are pretty excited about 1% or 2%, which is fantastic. But printing 6% a day, incredible. So doing pretty well there. And on the what's we got on the 3 day, we got 18%. The 1 week, 44% capital repay. That's incredible, right? Recovery, capital recovery there. Fleximus doing pretty well as well. 4.76% the last 24 hours. 30% the last 3 days. We've got GasMoney here. Doing pretty well, up 2.5%, or doing 2.5% per day, 8% for 3 days, and 21% for the last weeks, which is not bad compared to Beast. So pretty awesome stuff on these yields. Yeah, remember they're doing 1.4%, 5% per day, pretty awesome. And Cyfex says Fleximus contract swaps tomorrow to print Beast. So that's very important. They got little changes they do to these protocols, and that adds a lot of value. So big shout out there. Fleximus contract. All right, so we've got some cool yields in there. So you can definitely pick out some of the leaders at the moment. Now, these will probably move around a little bit from time to time as the developer changes things around. But that is looking pretty amazing on these yields. I'm just looking at some of these other ones here. We've got all the monthly stats here. So remember, it's done 27% for the month. That's capital recovery yield. That's incredible. So some really good results on there. So definitely check that out. And I'll post the link to that in the chat since you guys posted me the words. I might as well post you back the actual link once I got there at the end. So that is the link there to OG Printers Tracker as well. Now, look, if you can post a lot of those things over on Rumble, that'd be great. I see that some of your messages got removed. Not sure who's doing that because you're a mod. You're a mod over there. I don't know who's doing it, but that is the link there to OG Printers there. Maybe it's auto editing there from Rumble. We'll see. So this is pretty amazing, right? Some amazing yields, amazing ecosystem, and a game changer, right? These printer tokens using taxes, bots, and of course reverse liquidity engineering. Pretty crazy places where you're just earning pulse in your wallet. You can go off shopping, you can go to work, you can come back, you can go out with the family, come back, and you got pulse and other tokens in your wallet, like Missor, remember, or GasMoney if you've got Beast. It's pretty neat there. If you get dominance, it's paying rat Bitcoin apparently. Wookie says link is not working. Okay, that's all good. Now there are other tokens in the ecosystem, so you can check that out. Once again, do join up to Superman's Crypto Gems site because you'll be able to get access to all these tokens, the contracts, what they pay out, and then you can join the teams as well while we're doing there. So kind of neat on that one. Let me find the link there. I'm just trying to find it again. That is it there. So join up today to Superman's Crypto Gems. Now we're covering printer tokens like this ecosystem for OGWebChef, amazing. And I will fix up the title of the video. That's what happens when you're rushing a little bit there. But definitely get into it and check out all the other project teams that we've got on. Now, the one thing I want to say is we've got more alpha projects coming into Superman's Crypto Gems, and we're working on those at the moment. So you're going to hear about those soon. And we've got many more coming up in the weeks ahead that are coming to market. So look forward to that. Some very frontier tokenomics, just like what we're seeing here with the OGWebChef, with these printer tokens performing some amazing yields. It's going to be pretty incredible. And Cyfex there says Beast auto drips all tokens to your wallet, but you need to interact with the contract by buying some or sending some to yourself to get the accumulated wrap pulse there. So that's an insight there from Cyfex there. Another awesome drop there of alpha. So big shout out there. Hope Cyfex you're in our Superman's Cryptos Gems. It'd be great to add to the additional alpha in the chat there and join up today. That's all I can say. So if you're watching this after the live stream, we're going to have all the links to these that we've covered in the video description here on Rumble, here on YouTube, and here on X. It's going to be pretty exciting. And look, this is the first time we've been streaming on X today. Pretty awesome. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. And yeah, check out this ecosystem. It is some of the top performers on Pulsechain. Probably one of the two best ecosystems I'm aware of on Pulsechain. And also, you're earning yield just into your wallet, just with the volume. And of course, you can find out the little intricacies there by joining the Telegram group and getting involved over there. So big shout out to everybody is on that one. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's content. Hopefully it gave you some insights. And of course, Cyfex there says MVS posted about it in OG and decided to see what's good. Oh, awesome, Cyfex. I appreciate that. I'm not, but happy to join. I appreciate that. Big shout out there. Yeah, we're always looking for great insight people there. So awesome. Now we are going to be trying to, like I say, inside our Superman Cryptos Gems Telegram, we're going to be trying to match amazing projects, good projects with the people that want to get that sort of stuff. And so we're going to match those two up. We've got lots of things coming. And really looking to help everybody all around pretty much. And it's free, right? It's free list there. So definitely get into that. It's going to be coming up there, and we're going to have lots of alpha growing. Now we're only on day 4, so we're just ramping up. So be patient with us, but we're doing a lot of great content and reaching out to influencers, reaching out to project teams, reaching out to everybody in crypto, particularly on Pulsechain, and we're covering that with a huge reach as well, up to a big reach. I won't say what it is at the moment, but it's pretty big. It's to say that much. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the content, and I'll catch you on the next live stream. Don't forget to follow on Rumble, subscribe on YouTube, and hope you guys have a good day there. And I'll see you again on X as well. Take care, and I'll see you on the next show. But before I end, of course, we've got MVS in the house there. Hopefully we can get more OGs in the future. Absolutely. And that's what it's all about. So we'll catch you again. Now, we'll be covering OGWebChef in the future. So that's going to be more content for that. So wait for that. We're going to be monitoring and following and tracking the performance of this whole ecosystem, the new tokens, any new tokenomics, any new airdrops. So that is all going to come up in the future as well. And we'll catch you on the next one. Take care, everybody, and bye for now.